So here is the Mathcad version, and you just take all the equations out of the code and put them into Mathcad. So you put these as an input, the MDs and so on, terrain categories, the MZ cats you can work out, and just multiply it all together. That gives you your design wind speed. There is actually a clause that says your minimum design wind speed is going to be 30 meters per second. It's not usually the case that that dominates either. To derive your pressure coefficient, you add on your combination factors, your area factors, your local pressure factors, and so on. And you derive your external pressure coefficients from tables 5.2 onwards, for windward, leeward side, and so on. And that will allow you to determine the C-fig for each of these surfaces. That will give you your net pressure for each of these surfaces. So your wind, leeward, side, wind, and so on, upwind. And again, to remind you of where all of these things apply, pick out the diagram. And you can eventually derive your serviceability wind codes, usually by picking out the factors as well. Local wind pressures, you can look at combination factors, you can look at the KL factors in various areas, so 1, 2, 3, 1.5, and so on. That will give you your maximum wind pressures on local areas and remind you where they apply and so on. I did do a 2021 edition. The main difference is the regional wind zone has changed its name. The combination factors can be changed. There's this new KV factor. It's a bit complicated to work out, but you can derive it as an equation like that, depending on how big your building is. So the influence of your dominant openings is dependent on the internal volume of your building as well. And we do the same thing again, derive the ultimate wind pressures. Each of the surfaces, windward, leeward, sides, and so on. And look at serviceability wind states and our local wind pressures. Let's see where they apply.